What is this? Is this a Star Destroyer for ants? It needs to be at least 3 times bigger.
Welcome to Back to Brick. This is your host, Bane. Just kidding, guys. This is G. Welcome to Back to Brick. Today we're going to be doing the LEGO review of the First Order Star Destroyer Polybag, ID number 30277, released in 2016 with the release of Episode 7, Star Wars, The Force Awakens. This is age 6 to 12, and piece count is 56. I purchased this from Toys R Us about a week ago when the Force Friday 2 came out. I didn't have the set, and I thought it'd be a good addition. And it's great because it's a nice polybag size, so it wasn't super expensive. And it's pretty detailed for how small it is. Of course, all the polybags strive to be as detailed as possible. For sets like this, we have the sets that are also similar to this. Is the First Order Star Destroyer ID 75190 as pictured. This was released for The Last Jedi. Slightly larger, as you can see, than the polybag. We also have the Star Destroyer polybag as pictured, ID 30056. So with the old Star Destroyers, they made their polybag and they just did that same layout for this year's. And some things I do like about it, the creation of the 2 levels with the trans yellow pieces as shown here. In the difference between the first Star Destroyer and the First Order Star Destroyer is the secondary level. We see Poe Dameron and Finn flying in the TIE Fighter through it to avoid some of the guns. The command tower is also very nice because it's smaller than the Super Star Destroyer, as the Super Star Destroyer has a taller command tower. This one's lower and closer to the whole structure, which I like. Some dislikes, I didn't like the scaling underneath. I used this secondary piece here just to create some elevation, but that just being flat with the inverted circles, it's okay. It's easy to place it on a table and use it for playing, but I wish they would have added a few more of our wedge pieces here, maybe smaller wedges, to give it more depth and character to it. And if it had a few more pieces, I think it could have added a little bit more detail. The front end with the scoop nose wedge is nice, but as we've seen, it's more of a point on the bottom, with the top coming to a point just a little bit farther back to give it more depth. I did also like the 3 engines, and for this scale that's pretty good, especially with the depth of having the center one a little bit farther out. For rankings today, playability, I don't think it's anything special. You can play with it a little bit. It's small if you do have a small fleet. This is nice to add for the new episodes of Star Wars, and easy for the mini scale, as I said. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. For nostalgia, it's not much of a nostalgia. They did make it is a similar polybag to the Star Destroyer from the original trilogy, but since it's being new, I'm just going to rank that as a 3 out of 5 because the new film came out just recently, so that's only 2 years old. For design, overall, good for the build size. I'd say giving it that second layer really helped in their design, and the color scheme was perfect, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, being that I would have still added a few more pieces. And exclusivity, this is super easy to come by. Picked it up on the wall at Toys R Us for $4. I'm going to say 1 out of 5. Very, very easy to get. And price, as I said, $4, and on Amazon I saw it for $7. Very cheap if you want this little set. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 for an overall score of 3.2. So if you are in the market for having a smaller scale First Order Star Destroyer, this is something I would recommend picking up and creating your small fleet out of. Thanks for watching. If you liked this review or in this video, leave me a comment and a like. And if you want me to do more reviews and more content, you can subscribe to my channel down below or on the button on the screen, and I'll continue to add new content. And if you have any suggestions, I am always open to try to build or make a review on something else. Have a wonderful day, guys.